Welcome back, you guys. I know it's been a hot minute since I've last seen you, and today is the day that I finally sit down and talk about everything. I'm actually in a new space. If you couldn't tell, that's also what we'll be talking about. We're gonna be covering a whole bunch of stuff. I just feel like I've been keeping so many things from you, and I finally can talk about this and you'll understand why as I go through with the video. I just wanted to apologize to you guys and let you know that I didn't abandon you and I didn't just like drop off the face of the earth. Everything was going great. I mean, I was going through some things and I can finally talk about it all. I just want to say a disclaimer that this is going to be a long video. No pressure to watch it, of course, but this has to do with a lot of what's been going on with me lately and some things that I just haven't talked about yet. And yeah, it's going to be basically everything about my life and what's been going on. And I'm finally gonna give you an explanation. So grab a snack. This is gonna be a long one and I'm probably gonna get emotional in this video. Just a warning if you're like triggered by that or if it annoys you. This is just a bunch of really personal stuff. But okay, I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate you so much. And so many of you have been leaving me messages like, where are you? Did you give up? Where are you? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm here and I finally have an explanation. So let's go back to my previous chit chat video where we talked about my infertility issues and how I wanted to have another baby. Didn't think that I would, because if you have been a longtime subscriber of mine, then you know that I told myself that I never wanted to have kids again, that I was never gonna get married, that none of that, you know, that was my path already. I had been married. I had the twins, one boy, one girl. Never thought in a million years that I would want any more. And sorry, I keep looking over here because my screen is here and I don't want it to just stop recording. My camera will do that sometimes. Anyways, didn't think that I would want any more kids. So when I married Chris, everything changes when you meet that perfect someone for you. And when I say that I didn't think that I would get married again, I really, really, really thought that. And this is for those who have not watched my videos. I've said this a million times and sorry for the background noise. Let's just fight through it. And you know that that's just how I truly felt. And you know, I'm 31 if you didn't know. I'm not in my 20s anymore. So dating in your 30s is very different than in your 20s. So when I met Chris, I was just super blessed, whatever. And yeah, we got married and want to have kids. And all right, so I told you guys in the video that I don't even know, I can't even remember if in the video I explained this to you guys, but you guys are gonna get all the tea now. I didn't tell you guys this, but me and Chris have actually been married for a year now. I know, it's insane. And you're like, what? You just got married. Had a small little ceremony first, then the bigger ceremony for everyone to be there. So we actually got married in October of last year. So we've been married now for a year actually. We just figured that since in our age, it's just recommended to get yourself checked, right? And so we both decided to go to the doctor and I found out that I had like severe endometriosis. And they also found a mass in my ovaries. It's about 7 centimeters large. That was in my ovaries, and that is also another issue for me and getting pregnant. And Chris and I decide to go to a fertility specialist to figure out like what's going on with me. What can I do? What are the issues? And we go to the doctor and I find out, I told you, the endometriosis mixed with the cyst, mixed with my age, just wasn't the perfect combo together to have a child within the next year or two, right? He just said that the probability of it is very, very low just because, you know, we've been doing it, no protection, and, you know, nothing was coming of it. And on top of that, we also find out that Chris has a genetic translocation. And I will actually have a video with Chris where he explains that because I'm terrible at it. But it's basically 2 of the chromosomes, I think, I don't remember the exact number of how much each of us humans have, but 2 of them swapped. So what that means is it'll cause the female to miscarry. And then on top of me and my endometriosis and my cyst, it was just like, not gonna happen, you know, not naturally at least. So we decided to go through IVF, and that was totally our choice because just of the probability, I don't want to be, I'm only 31 and nothing against being an older, late, like 35, 36, 38, older in that age bracket to have kids, but I just didn't want to get to that point. You know, you just have more complications when you're older and it's just easier when you're younger, right? So we decided to go through IVF. I know it's insane, but I was going through this and you guys didn't know. I just didn't want to talk about it yet. You know, it was super sensitive to me. So I decided to go through the IVF process and I did all of the shots, you know, I injected myself in my stomach, and now going through it, I wish that I would have documented it, had it, and then posted it later. And I like want to punch myself for not doing that. But going through that was such an emotional experience and it was very, very stressful. And they were able to get, so when I did my egg retrieval, they were able to get 5 embryos, if I'm not mistaken, and only one of them ended up being normal. The rest of them were abnormal, and it's because, and we were able to pinpoint that it was because of Chris's translocation that they were not normal. And with the translocation, you don't really know what that would look like in a human, right? Like that was one of our questions. Like, so if we did do an abnormal one, what would that mean in a human being, right? And with the testing that we had done, we just couldn't tell that far. So we did that. We got one healthy embryo out of it, right? And we were like, oh, that's fantastic. At least we got one out of the whole IVF process. And if you guys don't know this, IVF is really, really, really expensive. And yeah, the entire process is just emotional on you. Like your hormones are going crazy. You have to inject yourself so many times with these shots. And I was actually like in New York traveling doing this, and I'm not complaining. I hope you guys know, and it sucks that we have to say this. I'm not complaining at all. This is just my story and what's been going on with me. So I go through the IVF process, and then I tell you guys, I upload the video where I'm telling you in the Get Ready With Me, where I'm telling you that I'm getting my cyst removed. It's surgery time. I'll insert the video here. I actually am in the bed ready to get my cyst removed. And the reason why I was getting my cyst removed was so I could have the embryo transplanted so I could be pregnant, right? Attempt to be pregnant, that I could actually hold this baby, right? Because my uterus was just crazy. The endometriosis just was completely covering this area. I'm sorry, I'm like using the wrong terms. So I'm in the hospital bed, they take my blood, I'm in my hospital gown, and they are about to go take me back. But there's one thing that you have to do before you go back to get your surgery done. And the nurse comes in, me and Chris are sitting, I'm literally in the gown waiting to go back. And the lady tells me that I'm pregnant. She goes, "You're pregnant." And like me and Chris looked at each other and we were in shock. Like we looked at each other and we were like, wait, what? It's impossible. Because mind you, in between the IVF, you're still taking, after they get the embryo, you're still taking the birth control. So, you know, just in case, precautionary measures. And I was taking the birth control and I missed maybe like 3 days, not back to back, but I mean, I missed a couple days, you know, like who doesn't miss a birth control pill, right? At least I was thinking that. And she comes in and tells me that I'm pregnant and it was natural. And I'm like, the day that I'm going to get my cyst removed to go and get pregnant from the embryo that I paid for, essentially, I'm naturally pregnant. So yeah, there's that. You know, what's even more crazy about that is one of my really good friends, Sarah, she texted me that morning and was like, "Hey, how's the IVF process going? Are you," I don't remember exactly. I'll have to go through our texts, but she texted me that day and was asking me about the IVF process, how it was going. And that was the day that I found out that I was pregnant. And ever since then, it's just been like so crazy and felt so meant to be that I've been like praying that the baby's okay and that I'll be okay. So yeah, you guys, I am freaking pregnant right now. naturally. Oh my God. I find out I'm pregnant, and mind you, this is 4.5 months ago. 4 months ago. I've been keeping this from you for 4 months. So I'm 18 weeks pregnant today. The beginning process of that was so scary because I found out I was pregnant like weeks in, probably like 3 weeks in, and you can still miscarry in that time. You know, I thought maybe we just found out too early and like my body hadn't miscarried because, you know, I'd had a miscarriage before. And I didn't know it was a miscarriage until after learning like what it was. Actually, I had passed a massive clot and didn't know that that was a miscarriage. I just thought it was like, I have really painful periods, and now knowing that it was because of my cysts that and the endometriosis combined why they were so bad. But I didn't know that that's what a miscarriage looked like. So I was just so scared and emotional about losing this baby, and I was a wreck, you guys. That intertwined. The first trimester of this pregnancy was so rough for me, you guys. I felt extremely nauseous, but I didn't vomit. I just had no energy, the most extreme exhaustion ever. And I had the twins when I was 21 years old, and I just can tell a difference, right? Like having babies in your 30s than in your 20s is completely different. And yeah, the first trimester was just really, really hard for me, and I was just super sick. I was sleeping all the time. I get these really, really bad headaches, like the worst migraines ever, but that more spiraled in the end of the first trimester and into now. I'm in the second trimester, and yes, I get severe freaking headaches right now. And it's just been knocking me off my game. And I am pregnant. I am 18 weeks pregnant today. And yeah, I've been hiding that from you guys. And I didn't want to, I wanted to tell you from the beginning so you guys could be with me during this process. But I was too scared that something bad was gonna happen. And I didn't know if I could physically get back on camera and tell you that something bad happened to the baby. And also, so this was natural, right? Chris has that genetic translocation. So that could mean that there was something wrong with the one that was in my stomach, right? So it's been so stressful because I've just been thinking like there could be something wrong. I decided that we would do an amniocentesis so we could find out if there was anything wrong with the baby. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. I do know what it is, but I'm not gonna tell you guys just yet. I want to keep it a surprise. I thought like I would do some type of cute video to let you know what it is. I want to say what it is so bad, but baby is doing wonderful, and it's just been such an emotional experience to be going through this and like all the testing we've had to do just to make sure that baby is okay and that baby is growing properly. And like, dude, going through an amnio, like comment below if you have done it before. I can deal with pain, and not saying that this was like the most painful experience, but it was just, I did not think it was gonna hurt that much. And I stayed perfectly still. I was a complete champ. I did not whine, I didn't peep, I didn't say a single word, but I didn't expect to feel every single thing about it. So, oh my God. I wish you guys could feel what my chest feels like right now. I feel like a weight has been lifted. And I'm so sorry. I know this video is all over the place. I apologize if I like went around in circles or if I skipped a part in my story. I'm sure that I did. But that is what happened to me. I'm pregnant. I am pregnant, you guys. I'm totally freaking pregnant. And if that's shocking to you, it's still shocking for me because it happened naturally. And I keep replaying it in my mind that the day that I was going into the hospital, the day that I was in the hospital to get my cyst removed, to get pregnant, I'm naturally pregnant. So, oh, you know what that means though? I have this baby, I have one in the lab, so that means I'm gonna be pregnant right after this. So my life literally has changed completely, and Mama's channel is about to change completely. My whole life has just changed so much in the past year and a half, like has changed so much. I would have never imagined that I'd be sitting here telling you that I'm pregnant, that I'm married, that I'm as happy as I am, that I'm just gonna have this enormous family essentially. And the twins are so excited and thankful and happy. And it's wild. It's wild that I'm gonna do this again twice. Just to be clear, I still have the cyst. It's just when I went to go in to get it removed, they couldn't remove it because I was pregnant. And you can't remove it without disturbing the baby. So that means I still have to get my cyst removed, just in case that was lost in translation. I'm so glad that that's out and I've let you know. Yeah, that's where I've been. I've just been sick, dude. This pregnancy has just been something else. Now I'm finally feeling like myself. I'm like trying to get my bounce back. I figured you guys would notice because I've gained 10 pounds. I don't know if you can tell, but it's gone to my face. I will show you guys my stomach in the next video. If not, you probably already saw it already because I'm gonna actually post an Instagram picture along with this video. So you guys like come and watch this one, but that's where I've been. That's what I've been doing. I'm growing a human being inside of me. I'm a little over 4 months pregnant. So it's been 4 months. So if you like look at my channel for the past 4 months, I've just been off. That's why. And now that you are here and you are open and you know everything, dude, I can't even tell you how much better I feel. I'm going to film so much. Oh, and also I moved. I didn't even tell you guys this. I moved out of my first house, or not first house, the house that I was in. I still own it. We are still flipping it. But with the baby coming, there was no way. There was no way that I could live in that little house anymore and flip a bathroom at the same time. So we got rid of my office because I'm literally homebound all the time because of this pregnancy. Got rid of the office, moved into a bigger house. So this area can be my office / working area. And all of us have another bedroom, or there's another bedroom instead of 3, or yeah, instead of 3, there's 4. There's 2 living rooms. This house is just much bigger than the house that we that we still own, or that we're in. So we're renting this house, still own the other one, are going to flip it and then sell it. That's where content's gonna be. It's gonna be focused a lot on my pregnancy. I have so many, I wanna do like some pregnancy hauls, what my first and second, or what my first trimester was like. I just want to talk about this. This has been my life and I haven't been able to talk to anybody about it. I feel like I've been keeping damn secrets from my family essentially. And now I'm not anymore. I'm not. We're here. My baby is okay. Baby is okay. Baby is growing great. I keep wanting to say what it is and I'm sure I've already said it, so I'm gonna have to edit myself, but thank you so much for sitting through this video. If you did, please let me know if you have any questions down below, if I left anything out. I'm so very sorry that I was gone. I'm just telling you, I've just been on this emotional roller coaster and this pregnancy has just been a complete shock for me. So thank you everyone in the last fertility video for leaving all the comments that you did. I'm so thankful for you all and I'm so lucky to have all of you. God, I'm so emotional right now. You were all just leaving me your pregnancy stories and your infertility stories. And honestly, when I was going through this, I was reading them and it was just helping me so much. And I literally feel like this baby is a miracle, like legit. There was just no reason for me to get pregnant. Do you know what I mean? It's just absolutely wild when I think about it. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm gonna let you guys go now. Sorry if I left anything out. I will see you guys in my next video. And yeah, thank you guys so much for always being supportive and there for me. I love you. Bye.